Alright. Let's get this video started. Hey everybody, I'm the Blackwing Ninja, and this is going to be a video about, my update for locals. Because I went to my locals last night. I actually went 2 wins, 2 losses against the same guy, and I had a bye because I got there late, but it doesn't really matter because they only count losses. Um, Basically, first round, I had to duel. Well, first off, I went there and I met this guy, and I can't remember. I think his name's Jason. Jason. Okay, so I met Jason, and he's this cool dude. He actually like wins the locals all the time, and he's actually wins so much that the dude's just like, yeah. So what do you want this time? Because we don't have any more things to give you. He's like, no, I don't. I don't even care. Just give me whatever. But anyway, it's at DNA Comics and at Deerbrook Mall. If you do go there, leave a comment under the bar, because I'd like to meet some more people, hang out, maybe form a team. But yeah, and also after this video, I'm gonna be making a video for the updated Blackwing deck because it actually has had a considerable change. Um, Blackwings, less of a tech, as you can see now, it is much thinner and it runs a lot smoother. And I got some synchros coming in the mail, and I'll just tell you what those are. But yeah, so I went first round, played Macro, which just is the worst possible matchup that Blackwings can get. Period, because we can't he played Gravekeeper Servant and Macrocosmos like every time first turn, so I couldn't, or had to mill to attack. You have to send a card to the graveyard, but because of Macro, it's removed from play instead of being sent to the graveyard, so you can't attack. And on top of that, I can't ditch a Kalut when I need to, and everything I do is removed from play too. So if I go MST on it, okay, I got so long to do whatever I need to do. So he actually 2-0'd me that game. So, Blackwings 2-0, 2-0 for Macro, and that'll probably be an annotation right here, and I'll tell you how I did, and then follow with wins and losses in each category. Um, Second round, I had to wait a while, but second round actually was really funny because I have a friend, his name is Manny, and he runs Disaster Dragons. And this guy was running basically a Blue Eyes variant of Disaster Dragons. And I wrecked him. It was very bad. Like, it was a good deck. I just got amazing hands. So, just, first turn, like, had Goyo first turn. I pulled a Crow move. I'm like, summon Mistral, special summon Bora, synchro for 6. And he went first, so I MST'd his back row, and he had Red Eyes Wyvern, and I had Goyo, so I just attacked it and then took it. Because if you have a Goyo Guardian and you're playing Disaster Dragons, whatever they summon, kill it and then steal it to your side of the field. Because if they don't have anything in their graveyard, they can't do crap. Learned that today. Learned that yesterday. Actually, it was very useful. Stole his Totem Dragon, stole his Red Eyes Wyvern. So he had no outs, and I just kept going +1 off of that and just hitting him, and he couldn't do anything. And he actually complained. He's like, "Oh God, Blackwing's broken." After he side decked. Well, actually, he didn't even side deck, but beat him again. But in his defense, I've had a lot of practice dueling against dragons like for the last year, because Manny was the only person who like had a deck that he'd been working on for that long. So, I have a feeling if I went back to Blue Springs, I'd probably kill everybody. But, yeah, so I beat him, and that was Disaster Dragons. I'm going to call it Disaster Dragons. 2 wins, 0 losses. Um, then third, I played this guy. I don't even remember what he had. I think it was some kind of stun deck. I think it might have been something. I don't remember. I'm gonna call it random. Random right here. And I got unbelievably good draws. And even after he side decked, I got good draws. Like he summoned something, it had 1700 attack, and he's like, anything you summon with 1300 or less automatically destroyed while this is on the field. And I'm like, okay. Summon Shura, kill it, special summon, Yeah, and he couldn't recover from that. He's like, okay, blah blah blah. Okay, now I'm gonna play another one. And he got rid of my monster somehow, and then he's like, okay, now I'm gonna play another one. Now anything, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, second Shura. Yeah, I just pulled two Shuras, Blizzard first hand, Sirocco, Allure Darkness. It was just ridiculous. And then after that, I had to wait a while, and so I was competing to stay in the tournament. Like I was the underdog, and I was like right at last. With actually, we're gonna go back to here. I had to play my macro again, and it actually went a little bit smoother this time because by that time I had made a couple of trades and I'd gotten myself, a Raikou and I'd gotten myself, a little bit of hate for macro, but still, it went one win, one loss, but because he won this round, he automatically got to go to the next one. So we're gonna call that a little unfair. But Blackwing's really good, and I'm probably not gonna go back there, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little hint at what I'm gonna be running next. Yep, this is what I'm trying to build next, Lightsworn. So, I'm going to be trying to chase down some of that stuff. I have a few things. I traded away my Plague Spreader for the Super Raikou, so, for the Raikou, so, Raikous are harder to find than Plague Spreaders, because, Gold Series. It's really easy for me to find a Plague, and I can get one online if I need to, so... And I don't even think I'm really going to be running Plague in my Lightsworn when I make it. We'll see if it makes the cut, but it might not. So I'm going to cut this video off on the Blackwing Ninja. Subscribe, and remember, if you go to DNA Comics in Humble or know anybody there, post a comment down there or PM me or send me an email at blackwingninja@gmail.com or add me on Skype, Blackwing Ninja. Peace out, everybody.